Hey everyone, welcome back to Gen Coffee Talks. Last week we talked about what augmented reality is, and in case you missed our first video, you can click into our channel and watch it again. So, today we are going to go in depth with AR and talk about the different tools to bring your creative works to life and also what AR Foundation is. Make sure you stay with us till the end, and without further ado, let's jump straight into the content.
So I like to approach this from a tools perspective of what Unity can offer and see how it can empower you to shape our new virtual worlds. So today I'll be talking about 4 tools. Some just touched upon lightly on how they can bring your creative visions to life and what you can expect to implement in your AR experiences to take them to the next level. So starting with AR Foundations. AR Foundations is a framework purpose-built for AR development that allows you to develop your app once and then deploy it to multiple mobile devices or wearable AR devices. And then we have Unity Mars. Unity Mars provides AR creators across the industries with specialized tools and streamlined workflows to create AR experiences that intelligently interact with the real world. The XR Interaction Toolkit, or XRTK, adds interactivity to your AR apps by simply dropping components into your scene. So it's no more coding these object interactions from scratch. Although you can, it simplifies having to build interactive interaction tools within your AR or VR experiences. And then finally, we have Unity as a library, which allows you to insert AR-powered AR-powered by Unity directly into your existing native mobile app. So let's start with AR Foundations. So AR Foundations, as mentioned, is a framework that allows you to leverage the core features from ARKit, AR Core, Magically, and HoloLens. So ARKit is the AR SDK on iOS, on Apple devices, and then AR Core is the Android equivalent. And this builds on top of the same principles of develop once and deploy to all platforms, all in one single unified workflow. So we built AR Foundations to make it easier for you to deploy across multiple mobile and wearable augmented reality platforms. AR Foundations is our core AR framework specifically designed for enabling multi-platform AR experiences. Data is fed to the AR Foundation through packages that are built on top of each SDK. So no matter what device you're targeting, once you've built your app using AR Foundations, it can take advantage of all the supported features for all platforms. The AR Foundation layer receives data through subsystems in different SDKs and allows you as the developer to focus on developing the app. So even if one feature is enabled on one platform, but not on another, we put hooks behind the scenes so that it will be ready to go later. When a certain feature becomes enabled on a new platform, you can easily integrate it by updating your packages. You don't have to completely rebuild your app from scratch. Here you can see some features such as 3D body tracking isn't available in AR Core or Android devices. Once that feature is supported on that SDK, integration is just as easy as updating the AR Foundations package, rebuild it, and you're ready to go. So let's look at a couple of AR Foundations features in action. Here I'll be showing you some examples from these 2 repositories here, the AR Foundation samples and demos. And if you have the time, I highly encourage you guys to visit these links and check them out. I will also leave these links at the end of the presentation so you can follow through on it. So first of all, the most common use case of any AR app is, well, the main feature that you'll probably be using is tracking the plane or flat surface to place your AR, your CG object on top of it. Right? So this is the most standard feature of any AR SDK is plane tracking. This basically just allows you to identify surfaces to anchor your digital assets. Right? So it can be a wall or it can be just the floor. And Combine that with some real shader wizardry, you can unlock some unique experiences like never before, such as this sink or wormhole on the ground. You can also use image tracking to track multiple unique images, and in turn, having that both interact and spawn unique objects for each of them. This is done easily as importing an image into Unity, and then you define physical size estimate, and determine what sort of objects you want to anchor to the image. And then Unity will take care of the rest. It's as easy as putting in an image, creating an object in 3D, and then associating it with that image inside Unity. You can even scan physical objects from the real world. Here's an example of capturing an object's feature points. This is a video taken by a colleague of ours, Marek. So here's an example of capturing object feature points using the ARKit companion tool. So the ARKit comes with a companion scanning app that allows you to capture feature points of an object that you can later export and then re-import into Unity for Unity to recognize it in your application. On LiDAR-enabled devices, such as the iPhone Pro series or the iPad Pro, you'll be able to track the pose of a person and map that information to a character, or attach virtual objects to the subject and more. So a lot of people also use AR as a cheap alternative way to do motion tracking or to capture performances of an actor. Right, so this also works for faces. You can also track faces and eye direction, and this information fed back into Unity from the ARKit or ARCore SDK, and then map to a specific blend shape ID on the mesh, allowing you to create 3D head replacements like what you see here. Because eye tracking is also supported, you can move the model's eyeballs based on your gaze alone, or even anchor laser beams to stream out of your eyes. To further enhance the experience and blend into reality, both ARCore and ARKit support light estimation. The subsystem analyzes images from the camera, providing detailed information about the lighting in your scene. And you can use this information when rendering virtual objects to light them under the same conditions as the scene they're in. So it more matches the environment that you are using experience in. Furthermore, environment probes capture real-world imagery from the camera as you slowly move your camera around, and then converts that information to a texture that contains the view in all directions. Rendering 3D objects using this environment texture allows for real-world environments to be reflected on your rendered objects, such as what you see here. The result is a realistic reflection and lighting of virtual objects, which enhances the appearance of rendered objects and allows them to better match the real-world environment again.